they can beat any team. But at this time, at the level at which both teams are right now, getting two of them they've won their opening fixture. Your team and Egypt, of course, they began with a win. How crucial is this match for Bafana Bafana and their confidence heading up into this group? Can they dominate this group that has got Egypt?
Absolutely. Let me just take you back. The win that we had against Angola was the first time South Africa have won the AFCON opening match for the very first time in 2004. So that's 21 years ago, so we have ended that barren right now, because also in that AFCON in 2004, we played against you guys, and you guys thumped us. You guys crushed us. You beat us 4-0. Remember, John Mutaka scored, Osaze Odemuinje, Peter Odemuinje scored twice. So you thumped us 4-0, and then the following game we lost to Morocco by 1-0, and then we finished bottom of the group at the time. So finally, on Monday, we beat Angola by 2-1, and then win our first game ever, since 2004. And then now we're looking for Egypt. That's our next task right now. At 5 p.m. local time in South Africa. Because also Egypt, we have this revenge on our side. Because if you remember, 98 AFCON in Burkina Faso, we were supposed to claim a second one on the trot. After having won the AFCON in 1996 and the 98, we lost to them 2-0 in Ouagadougou. And then the previous AFCON, as you mentioned, in 2019 in Egypt, when Egypt were the host, and then we beat them in a round of 16 at that time. So, it was the first time South Africa beating Egypt in the AFCON. So in 3 matches we played against Egypt, they have beaten us twice. 96, the opening match was 1-0, and then also in 98 in the AFCON, and then we beat them in 2019. So we want to make it 2 out of 2 against Egyptian, because I was not impressed about South Africa against Angola. Let me tell you that. I was really not impressed. It was not, but you can understand it's the first game of the group. So I'm expecting something. The intensity, it should be better having played the game against Angola.
All right, but at this time we've heard Hugo Broos having to mention key players like Mohamed Salah and Omar Marmoush. Do you think your defenders need to be wary of 2 key players from the Pharaohs?
Absolutely. They scored those goals. Marmoush scored an equalizer from close range, and then also Salah, he held off Teenage Hadebe, who played in South Africa for Kaizer Chiefs before, now playing in America. He held him off, and then he fired that goal, that winning goal. So, they are superstars. They play for the big club. Salah led Liverpool to the league title last season, and Marmoush, right now, he's playing his best football. When Manchester City came calling for him in January, the transfer window, this year, they needed someone who's going to assist him. Erling Haaland, then you can see he's on fire. In that goal he scored was a cracking start. So, the players of that sort, you always have to be aware of them, but because they can bring something special. But if you neutralize the supply, if we take care of the midfielder with the Sitole and Mokwena, because they will be our 2 main incoming in that midfield. If we can take care of the supply, and then we take care of the opposition, then Egypt might struggle to get those guys. To play their own style of play. So. That's what we need to do. It's going to be very interesting, because I said both teams won their 2-1 games. So now it's about who progresses, because whoever wins here surely is 1 foot in the door to qualify for the knockout stages. So it's a big one, big one.
Yes, of course, indeed. It's a big one. And Robin, I'm wishing your team all the best. At this time, you're wearing the gold and green jersey. So I'm hoping that they can...
Yeah, I'm heading there. We've got a nice party, a house party. Watch party in one of the nice clubs here, one of the top clubs here. We're going to have some Dr. Kumalo. If many of you remember Dr. Kumalo, he was one of our star players for 96 Africa Nation. When Mark Williams scored those 2 goals against Tunisia. We're going to be with him. So he'll be one who will be talking to us. Taking us more, because there's also one inventor for South Africa of the number 10. Because remember, we don't have Themba Zwane. Themba Zwane suffered an injury for Mamelodi Sundowns for quite a while, and then he returned now. But he was whatever
Okay,
is
Robin.
best, and Hugo Broos decided not to bring it on. So that's an area of concern from our side, because we
Okay,
need
Robin.
someone who's going to create, because when you play number 10, you have to be someone who's going to be a creative spark.
Robin, we have to go. I know you're excited, and I'm hoping that presence of Kumalo brings you good tidings at that watch party. All the best to South Africa by Bafana Bafana as they go up against Egypt. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Time it out, friend.
I wish.